We just got an I-130 petition for a spouse of a U.S. citizen approved in 4 months. We did a K-3 with it as well. What's the story behind that? I'm going to fill you in right now. I'm immigration lawyer John Khosravi. We love helping married couples get their green cards quickly, with quality, and with care. And we're going to break down how that happened in this case. So you might have heard about the K-3 visa in the past. Frankly, it almost never works. It doesn't do anything. But sometimes it speeds up the approval of the I-130 petition. I just said a bunch of words and numbers. Let's break it down what it all means from the beginning. If you're interested in getting a free guide, 40 plus pages with like samples and stuff like that, download our Ultimate Marriage Green Card Guide at www.marriageimmigrationlaw.com, marriageimmigrationlaw.com. So if you're a U.S. citizen in this particular scenario and you have a spouse that's overseas, you first have to submit Form I-130 so the U.S. government believes your relationship is real. Now, that takes on average right now, when I'm recording this in 2024, around 12 months to be approved. Now, it's very frustrating to be away from your spouse for 12 months. That's not including consular processing to step 2 and getting the interview and all that kind of stuff. Anything you can do to speed up the case, the better it is. So when we file I-130s in certain cases for U.S. citizen spouses, we will submit a Form I-129F. So the main form is I-130, 130. But if you submit with that or afterwards a Form I-129F for a K-3 petition, these cases go to USCIS Immigration Department, and these two petitions, whichever one gets approved first, will win. So 99.9% of the time, the I-130 will be approved first because it just don't get to the I-129F K-3. But sometimes, very rarely, the I-129F K-3 goes through. If that K-3 goes through, we don't typically like it because that forces you to do extra steps to get a green card and it becomes more expensive. So it's not some strategy we like to use per se every time, but sometimes couples want to give it a shot. And the reason they do is because like 1 out of 5 times, it causes the I-130 petition to be adjudicated faster. And it seems like it happened in this case. We never know for sure because the government doesn't really release this information to us so we could say it. But, you know, it seems like it happened because we filed these cases and sometimes it gets approved much faster than we expect. So we did an I-130 petition and with it concurrently together in the package, we also submitted an I-129F. And then 4 months later, the I-130 petition was approved, something we expected to take 12 months. In this case, it's an Iranian spouse. Iranian cases take forever at the embassy. So if we could save time here, it really made a difference in this family's life, in this couple's life. So I-130 was approved 4 months later. We filed the case on March 1st, 2024. It was approved 07/01, 2024. I'm going to put this on a camera, how it is. Sorry, I can't zoom it. We're going to have a copy of this approval, better edited, so you can read it better on our Instagram page. But suffice to say, you might want to give it a shot. The K-3 petition does not have an extra filing fee, so you save money there. It doesn't make a difference. The downsides, first of all, you have to be a U.S. citizen to use the K-3. Secondly, in the case that it is approved, you have to do your embassy appointment in the country where you got married. Typically, it's not too big a deal for most people, but if you went and did a marriage at some destination, you have to go to that country's embassy. At least that's what the regulations say, but they're probably flexible in moving it. We never actually do K-3 visas. Statistically, 5 out of 10,000 or 100,000 cases get actually approved for that. So the number happens. The other downside of it is once you get the K-3 and you enter the United States, then you have to file for adjustment of status. So that's additional filing fees, as opposed to that if there was no K-3, just go to the embassy, do your green card interview, which is a little bit cheaper for the government filing fees, and then you come to U.S., you're done. Now, the K-3, if you do arrive, does give you automatic work authorization and international travel, so that does make it flexible. But in general, it's not the most realistic thing to do, but sometimes it helps. So I wanted to share that information about this possibility. Then you can give it a shot. If you have already submitted an I-130, you can separately submit an I-129F afterwards. You have to fill the petition, have all the necessary documents, proof of the I-130 filing, and send that in. Will work or not, who knows, but it could be something you can try. Again, download our guide, marriageimmigrationlaw.com. If you want to schedule a private consultation, jqqlaw.com/contact. That's our website. Reach out. We can schedule a consultation, really talk about things in private about your case and get all the details so you can have a one-on-one. We appreciate everything. We appreciate you guys and want to help couples live a happy life in America. That's why you share this general education content. I hope it helped.